Welcome once again. Tonight we are starting up on a journey. We are starting on a journey in Microsoft PowerPoint. Please let me know if you can hear me. You are welcome. Kindly let me know if you can hear me. Let me know if I'm audible enough. If you can hear me, drop in the chat box. Drop in the chat box that you can hear me and you can see my screen. We are live. Tonight we'll be looking at Microsoft PowerPoint. We will be looking at Microsoft PowerPoint. Kindly let me know if you can hear me, if you can see my screen. Drop in the chat box. We are going to start up on some journey in Microsoft PowerPoint. I have seen a lot of persons that I have seen persons who failed interview because they lack presentation skill, who couldn't land their job because they lack presentation skill. PowerPoint skill is one of the skill that is a transferable skills that one can use to freelance. Persons are using PowerPoint to even look out for jobs, get freelance work, even to prepare presentations for companies, to prepare seminars for companies and organizations, even to get jobs, to get gigs, even in Upwork, Fiverr. Is a simple software, but very powerful and highly useful. So this night we will be starting up on that journey towards presentation mastery. That's what we tag this training, presentation mastery. So if you are joining us, let me know if you can hear me, if I'm audible enough. Kindly drop your comments, drop your chats, drop in the chat box. Let me know you can hear me and let me know you can see my screen, so that I will proceed earnestly. So kindly drop in the chat box if you can hear me, if you can see my screen. Drop in the chat box, let me know you can hear me. Let me know you can see my screen. I'm waiting for us. Like Microsoft Word is a word processing software. Microsoft Access, like we have known, is a database software, a relational database software. PowerPoint is a presentation software. In fact, PowerPoint is one of the powerful presentation software on planet Earth. PowerPoint is one of the powerful presentation software on planet Earth. At the same time, one of the highly used software on planet Earth. So, all right, thank you. Yes, okay. Person, I can hear you and see your screen. Okay, I can hear you and see your screen. Thank you. All right, we are going to proceed earnestly this night. For the next 5 days, we will be learning PowerPoint presentation, which is a very powerful tool in Microsoft, Office and in the workplace. Don't worry, I haven't even entered. Once I enter into the main place proper, then you will see the screen fully. I can see your message. Yes, once I enter, there is where we can make it a bit bigger in using this Zoom tool. Okay, now, but however, when you log to Microsoft PowerPoint, mostly you will be seeing this place. This is mostly for Microsoft Office software. This is where we refer to as back office. If you come to this icon new, here you will be accustomed to different templates, to different themes as regards to your presentation. Different themes, different templates as regards to the presentation at hand. So you see, you have access to different templates. If you are looking at making your presentation look a bit more beautiful, and that you can use these existing templates that you can see here, you can select like I showed us during Microsoft PowerPoint. You see different templates you can use to make your presentation look more professional, look more smart, look more neat. There are different templates that you have access to. There are different templates you can have access to. So in this this is kind of hanging. I don't really know why. Okay, now you see these different stuff you can get access to. You have them as that. So let's go back. This is a bit heavy. All right, now we are in the Microsoft PowerPoint proper. We are in it proper, but however, let me show us what happened earlier. Is when we are in new, when we are going at this is where you click for newbies. If you are just using Microsoft PowerPoint for the first time, or you are a novice, you don't really understand this. When to get to where I'm coming out from, you come to click on blank presentation. You click on blank presentation. If you want to select any of these, you can click on it and create your stuff from this. So when you look at this, it's a flora flourish. So when you click on create, if you click on create, you are trying to bring in this particular theme for your presentation. Now you see what you have for your presentation. Here you can change name, you can put a title, then here you can put your agenda for the meeting for your presentation, or table of content. This is a template that has already been designed for you. You put stuff, primary goal, annual revenue. If you are working with chart, you have a chart you make use of here. If it's calendar, you are preparing a calendar maybe for your supply chain. You have stuff here. Then this meet our team. So you have stuff to do. This an already designed template for you to use. However, I like starting my work from the scratch. So in that regard, we go to this blank presentation. But before we go to that, this is a new Office that I just installed on this system. I kind of upgraded the system and did some formatting. But if you have been using PowerPoint, You have created some presentations or some work. The recent ones will appear here. The recent ones will appear here. If there is a presentation you pinned, it will be on the pinned aspect. So let's head to blank presentation. Now, once we click on blank presentation, we are brought to this place. We are brought to this place. This is the Microsoft PowerPoint interface. This is the Microsoft PowerPoint interface. Now let me stress this. What page is to Microsoft Word? What page is to Microsoft Word is what a slide is to PowerPoint. What Microsoft page, what page is to Microsoft PowerPoint is what slide is to Microsoft PowerPoint. What page is to Microsoft Word, slide is to PowerPoint. Now, what that is that this is where you enter your work, your information you want to present. And let me stress this, that in Microsoft PowerPoint, PowerPoint is not used for you to type your document. Is not used to enter many words. In fact, it's just for you to articulate your points. You are not using PowerPoint to write a notebook. You are not using it to write a research. You are not using it to write a presentation. You are not writing. You are making a presentation. You are here to use it to craft your point and make it look presentable, make it look good, make it look attractive to the persons watching your presentation. So when I said that PowerPoint, what PowerPoint is to Microsoft Word, or what page is to Microsoft Word, or slide is to PowerPoint. However, their difference is that you don't really use this to type documents. You don't use it for typing. You don't use it for writing textbooks, writing articles. No, it's majorly for presentation. Now, having laid that basis, having laid that stuff down, what the thing we having established that, what we do. Let me make this bold so that we will be seeing it effectively. Now, like in Microsoft Word, this is the title bar to PowerPoint. Like you can see this presentation too. If I go ahead to save this by clicking on this icon here, if I click on that icon or say Ctrl X, which is the keyboard shortcut, then it will bring me to this place to save. Where do I want to save it? Let's say I want to save it on my PC. On which place? Document or desktop? I choose desktop. Now it will now ask me what is the name that I want to save it with. Let's say I want to save it with Presentation Mastery. Let's say I want to save it with Presentation Mastery. Now use this the extension to which then I select save. Now I have saved this work. I have saved it using Presentation Mastery, which is what we tag this training, Presentation Mastery, and this is day one on Presentation Mastery to help us start up our awesome journey in presentation skill. Now, a presentation skill, PowerPoint helps to fine-tune our presentation skill. However, it's not what shows how you speak. It doesn't help you to speak. It doesn't help you to move your hand. It doesn't help you to hold your audience. It helps you to be able to articulate your points. You are not reading from the slide. You are speaking to the slide. I don't know if we understand what I'm trying to explain. You don't read from the slide, you speak to the slide. What that means is that your point is stated in this slide. However, you are the one to elaborate what the slide is saying. You are to explain to your audience, you are to explain to your students, to your audience, what the slide is saying. So you speak to this slide. Don't just read word to word what the slide is saying. So having said that, there are basic rules in professional presentation. I want to guide us through some of those basic rules. So when you are preparing your slide, you need to understand that and follow that basic rule for professional presentation. Now, especially there are exceptions to what I'm saying now, to what I'm about to say. Rather than there are exceptions. However, I want to make it clear. When I say professional presentation, I'm referring to maybe an academic presentation, a business presentation, a corporate presentation that you are making for a client, for a business meeting, for seminar defense, for lectures and stuff like that. Those professional and corporate presentations, I'm going to list these professional rules. Number one is originality. Maintain originality. What do I mean by originality? You try as much as possible to maintain the same font. If you are using a particular font, to use that font all through. Maintain a particular font style. Also use a font style that is readable, that is easily readable, not what the audience will be struggling to read. Don't use an artistic font style. Use a readable font style, a font style that is easily read by the audience. Any font style that can be easily read, that font style is acceptable. However, font like Arial, font like Times New Roman, Calibri, they are highly recommended. So when you are making your presentation, understand this originality, using the same font style. Also in that, maintain the same slide. I will explain what I mean. Maintain the same slide design, the same slide theme. Don't use this theme for this slide and then another slide you use another theme, another slide you use another theme. It makes your presentation look clumsy and unprofessional. So maintain the same slide theme, use the same font style, and then in as much as it lies to you, bring visuals. Don't make it only write up. Don't make it only write in 7 keys to effective savings. You don't just put number 1 this, number 2 this. No, use some smart art. Put some visuals. Let it be captivating. That makes it professional. And then another stuff in your slide is that there shouldn't be too many words in your slide. There should not be too many words in your slide. Get it and get it clear. There should not be too many words in your slide. Just the point. You are the one making the presentation. Just the only thing you need is just to highlight your points. And these are some key stuff we need to understand while making our presentation, while preparing our presentation. Now, going forward, we have this, the home tab. Under the home tab, you have where you get your slide. This is where you get your slides, the new slide, and this is already by default. You are accustomed with the title slide. By default, you are accustomed with the title slide. So when you click this, you see you have 2 stuff here. If you click this, you see different layout. You see different layout for your slides. You see different layout. Now this is for the title slide. This mostly is for the table of content. This is section header. This is to content. Maybe you are trying to explain something. You need to put the picture one side and explain that in the other side and stuff like that. This one, comparison, the merit and merits, advantages and disadvantages, content and caption, blank slide, picture and caption. This works for only picture and title only. These are different layouts. These are different layout as regards to Microsoft Slide. Also, this is the same as what we have there, the layouts you have here. Then this is to reset what you have done. These sections, if you want to add section, we will still be getting to that aspect as we proceed. We will be getting to that as we go on in this course. Then here, like it is in Microsoft Word, you know what these are. These are in to clear your formatting, to text highlights, put color on the text, font to change the casing, and here now to normalize, to put weather light and stuff. We will get that when we are entering stuff in our slide. Now this is for your alignment. This is for your alignment. This is for your bulletin, indexing, text direction, like it is in Microsoft Word, like you can see it here. Then this for your shapes. This where you can get those shapes in those shape as it is in Microsoft Word. They are still here. Then this your arrange, bring to the back, send to the front, and stuff like that, like we have in Microsoft Word, to group, to ungroup, and to regroup. This also your quick styles. If you want to put in anything, like you can quick style, you want to put stuff as regards to the background of the stuff. Then this shape field, like we have there, the same aspect. So then this is shape outline. If you go to it, you see the outline of the slide has changed. So this shape effect, if you go to this one, this what we now, if I put color on this, you will see that there is an effect that is having on that. So if I put it, you see that there is this effect depending on what you want how you want your slide to look like. So that is on the shape effect. This is find, replace, and select. So over to, we move to insert. We move to insert. This where you to put picture, to text, screenshot. If you have photo album, tables. Also new slide is here. Also here you have I think I clicked on the icon. This is for the shapes we also encountered. This is the icons. In the same icon I explained to us in our Microsoft Word class. If you miss it, go to the channel. You will see the videos in Microsoft Word Masterclass. You will see where we talked about these icons. Talked about images. We even here you have stickers. Here you can even insert some videos if you want to put in some slide videos, some GIF, small videos you can insert to make your presentation look good. So here are the stuff for icon. The same with 3D model. If you want to get that, if you want to get a 3D model from that, like I think I explained this, was it Microsoft Word, if I'm not mistaken. You want to insert some of this stuff we are seeing here. You want to use any of them in your presentation. Let's say you are making a presentation and you want to use a presentation on electronics and gadgets. You can come here and bring in any gadget you want to talk about, or you are looking for a different electronic gadgets. Here you check it, the screen, the stuff, laptop, printer, different gadgets is here. So that's for the 3D. Is in 3D shape. This PS, this mic, this any of them, this solar. So that is on the 3D mic. Tonight, this night is for us to have an overview and begin small stuff. This a very important feature in Microsoft PowerPoint, also in Microsoft Word, but it comes handy in Microsoft PowerPoint, which we are going to be using. We will use it in the course of this training. So you have different different smart art depending on what you want to use it for. Hierarchy, relationship, matrix, pyramid, picture, office theme, depending on what you want to use it for. We are going to be using it in this course. Also, you can insert charts in your presentation. You can insert charts in your presentation. Here are different charts. You can insert different charts, the column chart, if you have the pie chart, the bar chart, if you are one that uses the bar chart or the bar chart. You can also insert the donut chart. The donut chart, you can also make it a 3D format as regards to pie chart, the same way bar chart and all this. Or the funnel charts different depending on how you want to use it. So this also what you can do in Microsoft PowerPoint. This is also what you can do in Microsoft PowerPoint. Now this, it will bring up the Excel interface kind of. So I can reduce it. I can reduce this, like you can see here. I can reduce it, and then I can place it. I can place it here, and then work on any chart, work on any stuff I want to put here, whatever that is. Maybe if it's maybe category, let's say I'm talking about Word, for example, then I put Excel, for example, then I put PowerPoint. Let's say I'm talking about the courses here. Okay, then let's say I put access. Now here I can change the figures. So if I come here and change this to 30,000 maybe, and then you see change this one to 55,000. So as I do that, it will be rearranging this one, maybe this one to 17.6, for example. Bring it down, access, let's say so that's, I can use that to insert my chart. If I have my figures on what I'm working on, then that is that. So that's for that, and I can delete this, then come here and insert, type in whatever I want here, insert the chart. I can say maybe revenue, for example. I can put that their revenue, and then in here the chart design, I can select different design. For us here, I can select different designs. If I like, I can select this as the case may be. Then here color, I can change the colors, or I can change the colors depending on the one that I want it. At the same time, here in formatting, I can put in the color shape for the shape here. So there are certain things we will do when we get to that aspect in PowerPoint. Okay, we move from insert. We can zoom. We can zoom in, zoom out, slide zoom to zoom in, zoom out. We can link, hyperlink. We can comment. We can action, text box, header and footer, word art. These are, we can even put date and time, insert slide number, and then object here for equation and symbol, video and stuff. This is also important. Your screen recording, you can record, use your PowerPoint to record your screen, and to record your presentation using via your screen. Then we have this design, where in this design let me, so that we understand this a bit, let me insert different slides so that we can understand that under that design. So here in this design, you can decide to select, like as you can see, different themes you want to work with, different themes. These are already made themes as available to you. Now once you select this, automatically PowerPoint will apply it to all your slides automatically, because that's the professional thing to do. Let's say for example you decide to which one? Let's say you decide to select this. Now you see that automatically it assigns it to all this. That particular theme is assigned to all the slide. And now here you can now change the color. If you don't like red, you can come here and select different color combinations that you want. That you can change the font they gave you for the slide. You can also change the effects here. You can change the effects for the slide. So you can also come here and change the background depending on you. The background, if you don't want it to be pure white, you can select something like this, or you can select this depending on your choice. So that's also what you can do to your background. Also here you can change your slide size. This 16:19 normal stuff you can put here standard. You can go to custom slide size, and then you can increase your width, you can increase your height at the same time. So those are certain stuffs that, as regards to the design, tonight is to walk us through the tabs, the things that we can use in Microsoft PowerPoint. Then from tomorrow we will begin to be developing stuff using it, and now begin to see how those things can be applied to get a very powerful presentation, to use PowerPoint also to get a very strong graphics to design. A lot PowerPoint can help us to do. Okay, now we move to the next, which is called transition. Now transition is for the slide, while animation is for the text. Please, this is very important you pay attention to it. Transition is for the slide. These are the slide, while animation is for the text. Now that's why it shows active now. Why it shows active? Because I want to type something. Now if I go back here to this is, now I'm not typing anything here. If I go to animation, you see that here is not active. Nothing is active here. Nothing is active here because there is no text. There is no text to apply any animation. So transition is for the slide, while animation is for the text. So we have to take note of that. So what if I want to this slide now? Let's say I assign transition to it. There are different transitions. For example, let's say I say fall over. You see, this is a transition that will come in with. If I use curtain, this is what it will look like. But this is not good for official or corporate presentation. It's very slow. Nobody comes there to delay. And then this one is like wind. This is like rush. These are different transitions that you are accustomed to. Stuff you have stuff like this. Also, this one can fly. It can just fly off. That's not professional. This one at same time. So some persons you might have seen stuff like this. These ones are professionally used. these are some transitions you can use for professional presentations. I will bring them for us tomorrow. These ones, they are all okay for your professional presentation. Now, like I want to emphasize, it's not every slide, it's not every transition that you should use for your presentation. It's not every transition you should use for your presentation. There are transitions that are meant for movies, maybe movies, kids presentation. You want to entice the kids, you can use all this airplane, all this airplane, all this crush, which one there is that one again. You can use all this is it exciting, all this this one. If it's for kids, you can use this, but for business professional presentation stuff, you don't use those ones. It's not acceptable, or stuff like this is delaying. It's not for professional presentation. You might have seen it used for movies. So it depends on the event, it depends on the occasion, or you begin to put stuff like this movie is not for business or professional presentation, things that will just appear. Okay, now that is on the aspect of slide for transition. So you can also apply different to this. Let's say I apply this one, this okay for me, I like using this, I like using it in presentations. Okay, now let's say I type here, for example, I now type here, welcome to presentation mastery. Now let's I put this, welcome to presentation mastery. Now here you can come to your home, and then you can change the color. Maybe you change the color to white, or you change the color to what can be very visible. I think white will be better for me. So when we get to doing work, why is it so? You choose something that the people will be easy to read by your audience. You select what will be easy to be read by your audience. Then here you can now come here and now put what we call, you can put your, depending on what you are working on, your outline. Then here you put intro, for I'm just trying to get something, a introduction, and then you move down, you put whatever you want here. Now with this, I can decide to assign, I can decide to come here and go to animation. Now in this animation, if I say fly in, you see what this happens now. That's for the test. Remember, if I select floating, you see what, if I say split, you see what happens. So in animations, you see your different animation. This is for entrance, this is for entrance, this is for exit, this is for emphasis. You want to emphasize on stuff, you use it. So different stuff. These ones I will talk about motion part. It will move in this direction. Here if you select this, it brings this. So for this one, we go to entry, to the entrance stuff. You can select this in professional presentation. There is no time for stuff like this. So you need to know the ones that you don't do this, or is majorly for those in movies, those that are in movies, or you are making a video presentations, you want to bring in stuff like this, so that's or to your audience, is okay, then you use any, but for that this is professional, this okay, or this is okay. All right, now having talked about the animation, but this is not all that pertains to animation. There is also stuff other animation. There is animation pane, there is animation trigger. That's on click off. If you click it, it will bring it. Then there is also where you want to add animation to other stuff we haven't talked about, more entrance emphasis and all this. Then this is on click. That is to say, once you click, let it come out during your show. We will get to slideshow, what duration you want it to wait, what's the delay. You can reorder your animation. Here also in transition, it has that as well. This effect option, if you want it from the center, if you want it from the bottom, any of this effect where you want it to come from. So that's for the effect option. This to apply to all. If you want to assign a sound, you put here, there are different sounds. There are different sounds, but for a professional presentation, there is no need for your sound. This is just this a second and fourth. This a second that is there. Then it's a mouse click. It's a mouse click. So that what that means is that you are the one to be controlling your presentation. When you are done, you click to the next slide. That's what it means to be a mouse click. But you can set it here. You can set the timer here that once it reaches that time, let it move to the next slide. You can set it up. Once it gets there, let it move to the next slide. Okay, we move from animation into slideshow. We move from animation to slideshow. Now this is where you set up you want to begin your presentation. For example, you have this, and I say from the beginning. If I click from the beginning, you see what happens. It brings this. Once I click again, it brings my welcome to presentation mastery. If I click again, it brings this to me. I did not assign any animation to these things. That's why it comes out immediately with this. So if you are doing a presentation, for example, and you want to talk about these things one after the other, you want to talk about them one after the other. So you can come to this one and you go to animation, you put in flying. So it will come out like that, so that when you go to slideshow and then you do this, you click, then you click again. Now this comes in. Now our outlines are so you click, it comes up, and then you talk about introduction. Next you click again, the other one will come up. So that is in your transition, in your animation rather. So if I click now, that goes, I click, and that ends the slide. So why you didn't notice that something is going on is because these are blank. So that's when you are talking, when you want to do your presentation proper, maybe your system is connected to the projector, and what you are seeing is what is projecting to the screen. So you come here from the beginning or from the current slide, or you set up how you want the slide to go. This is your custom slide, which we will be talking about that as we progress in this course. So then you can set up also your slideshow, which presented by, you can put a speaker full screen, or you browse by an individual window and stuff like that. You can set up your slide how you want the slideshow to be. Then you can also rehearse. You can also rehearse your presentation with timing. You can also rehearse your presentation with timing. as this is going. Like you can see here, the stuff is already reading. So if I click, this comes up. I talked about welcome to presentation mastery. Here in this, our outline is it's also introduction, this and that you rehearse to know how long your presentation will last, or how long each slide will last. So that's on the rehearsing. So we can resume it, and then we close it here. We close it from there. Okay, now that's, you can also record your slideshow. You can also record your slide from your slideshow. You can record it either from the beginning or from the current slide. This is the current slide. So if you are making your presentation and you want to record it, this is, you come to this place. Let's say we say from the beginning. You click from the beginning. This is what we have. This is what we have. Okay. All right. Now that is what we have done. That's what we have there. Okay. Now the next thing we will look at, you can play your narration, use timer and stuff like that. So the next thing we will be going to is your review. This is more like the same in Microsoft Word. Your view, where if you want to bring in your ruler bar, this is almost the same thing here. You have here, this your normal view, this your outline view, this your slide sorter, this your note page reading view. You will have most of it here. The same here, this your notes, this your notes here, this your comments. So this slide master, we will be talking about. This slide master is a very important tool in Microsoft PowerPoint. The slide master is a very important tool in Microsoft PowerPoint. We will be talking about it in our subsequent lectures. In our subsequent lectures, we'll be talking about that. The slide master is very, very important. Like you can see, it has, you can insert a slide master, you can rename, insert a layout, you can insert a layout, you can do your click to edit, put in the style you want, you can delete, you can rename, you can insert a placeholder. Different stuff we can do within the slide master. This is mostly where we use to create our own theme. We can use it to create our own theme, our own background that we want to use. We don't really want to use the one that is provided for us by Microsoft PowerPoint. We can use Slide Master to create our theme. Okay, that's on the aspect of view. Then this also handout master, very important. Note master, very important. This here, your handout, if you want to create handouts, this an important aspect. You use it to do your handout orientation, slide size, slide per pages, and that this stuff comes very handy. Comes very, very, very handy. Okay, in view we have this, like the master view, the ruler, the grid lines, the guides are all there. One of the new added features in Microsoft PowerPoint, if you are using 2010, if you are using 2013, you most likely won't see this feature called recording. You most likely won't see it as elaborate as it is. as elaborate as it is, where you can record your screen, you can record your presentation, you can bring in video, and then you can export your video as MP4. You can export your video as MP4, and these are some of the advanced features of Microsoft PowerPoint. You can insert audio from your PC in your work. You can insert video from, if you have any videos from your PC, you can insert that as well. Then here you can do your screenshot, you can record your slideshow, which we have there. So the recording is one of the new added features of Microsoft Office in the PowerPoint. And having walked us through all the tabs, this is the navigation pane for where you see your slides. This is the scroll bar. This is your slide. Okay, now let me minimize this a bit so that we see the whole slide. Now let's get to home. Now, having walked us through this, in the next class we will begin with a project, which I will drop the project for us in the group. So those of us that has a system we work alongside with me, we will walk through it together using different stuffs that we can use here. Now let me show us one of the things. Let's say we can, a typical example also what PowerPoint can do is that we can use PowerPoint to create or to design calendar. We can say here a calendar 2024 or let's say 2024 calendar. We can do that as well. 2024 calendar. Here we can put January 2024. Then here we can put February 2024. Now here, for that we can now come straight to this place. These are shortcuts to which we can insert. This is icon, this is video, this is stock images, this is pictures. Now if you are using Office 2013, you might not see these ones here. You might not see them in this place. In case you are using Office 2010, Office 2013, you might not see these two here. These are the 3-6 you might see. So in this, I need to insert a table. So I will come to this and click insert table, or I can still go to this place and select this. Either way. So let me go straight from here and click. So once I click on it, it will ask me how many columns. I will say 7 columns. It will now ask me how many rows. I will, let's say I put here 5. Let's say 5 rows. And then I say okay. Now that is, you see what I have here. I can increase it. Then here I can now come here and put some. Then put here 1, put here 2. So you see that this font is not really readable for persons. So that's why on this I will have to change it. Now we come to this. I will come to this okay, I will come. Once I got my cursor to be this way, I will double click. And then I can change I can change the color, or let's say I will go to time. There are different design we have access to here. So any of them that is okay by you select and then come to home. These are what we can use it to do. It makes it easy for us. It makes it easy for us. And then change it, let's say to area. Okay, that makes it more easy for us. So you can change them. You can click and highlight, drag, and then you change them. So this is a way you can use to create designs. Calendar, different stuff. You can insert chart here and stuff like that. And this is an overview, an introduction to Microsoft PowerPoint. Tomorrow and on Monday, today is Friday, Monday we will begin with the project. Like I said, in the group, if you are not in the group, if you are not in the main group, you might not get that. If you want that, do well to send me a DM. I will drop the project we will be starting with. As regards to Microsoft PowerPoint, I will drop the projects we'll be working on, different projects that will help us to see different stuff we can use in Microsoft PowerPoint, ranging from animations, presentations, and the likes. So that is what we are going to be looking at from Monday. We are going to be looking at from Monday. I will drop it by tomorrow or on Sunday for us in the group, and let's get ready. One of the things I want to encourage us, if you know anyone who doesn't really knows this, let the person be available for this next 5 days. It's something that after these 5 days, you will definitely master Microsoft PowerPoint. It's a promise. It's something I know that is possible. It's something I will give you as a guarantee that you will master professionally how to use Microsoft PowerPoint for different presentations, for different stuff. You can use it for. On Monday we will start up on that journey, and I want you to walk along with me as we proceed. It's on that note we will bring tonight's lecture to an end. I want to sincerely appreciate us for being present. Thank you.